Position framåt. Alright y'all, welcome back to Combat Arms channel. Okay, so today we're checking out something from the Swedish Armed Forces. Now one of y'all sent me this and I wanted to check it out because it just looks kind of cool. I guess it's like a grenade launcher vehicle, which is weird because I've not seen a vehicle platform based around just a grenade launcher system. But I guess it's called the GRKPBV 90, which, I mean, the acronym in and of itself is pretty hard to say, but the actual name is the Granatkastar Pansarbandvagn 90, which, yeah, it's not any easier to say, and I don't even know if I said it correctly, but I tried. You guys already know I like to try at least once, but yeah, that's about it. Let's check it out. It's about 6 minutes long, so hopefully we can get a little bit of a look at its munitions and its armaments, and of course what sort of effects this thing is capable of, but let's do it. Oh, hold on, I gotta turn on the auto translate. See how this works.
Det här är ju en av de absolut största utvecklingarna vi har på granatkastartjänsten i modern historia.
I can hype up.
Att vi får det fordonsmonterat och splitterskyddat för vår besättning.
I don't know, light infantry can break anything, so as long as you keep those guys away, it should be alright. Whoa, just actually seeing the word in the video makes it so much more like dramatic. Yeah, Granatkastar Pansarbandvagn 90. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's as short as you can make it while still describing what it is, but good grief. It looks pretty freaking slick though.
GRKPBV 90 är ett mycket välkommet tillskott till svenska armén och de...
Yo, this dude looks a lot like Jameson's Travels, if you guys have seen his channel, but yeah, it's kind of uncanny. I don't know if that's just me. He joined the Swedish Armed Forces.
Det kommer ju från ett system som är draget, GRK modell 41. I och för sig ett enkelt, stabilt och robust system. Men nu får vi då ett system som klarar av utmaningen att följa med bataljonerna i sitt höga tempo. Både vad gäller framryckning och gruppering och omgruppering. Och inte minst, personalen sitter under splitterskydd. Både under framryckning och när man agerar och skjuter under bataljonen.
Du behöver aldrig vara ute.
Yeah, and that's why in the US Army, you'll see our striker platform used for a bunch of different things like an engineer vehicle, a medical vehicle, a Seaburn vehicle, command vehicle, infantry fighting vehicle, a mortar vehicle. There's a lot of different things you can use with these sorts of like mechanized or motorized platforms. And they're really nice, especially for like, you know, indirect fire weapon systems. It's nice to be able to sort of use them and displace or move to a different location so you can't really detect the sort of point of origin. But yeah, it also makes it so much more maneuverable because it is a self-contained system. Anywhere that the actual vehicle can go, you can have that weapon system, which is really nice. You don't have to worry about, you know, infantry dudes lugging all this equipment to one specific spot. So it makes it really easy to manage. And I gotta say, all this stuff in the Swedish Armed Forces just looks like super futuristic and super clean. And I mean, we see that they're actually using it, but I guess it's just maintained like really well.
Vagnen, om det inte verkligen behövs. Vi är skyddade mot både splitter och CBRN-hot inuti vagnen.
True. Yeah, look at that thing, dude.
Det som gör vagnarna något effektivare än dragna är att grupperingstiderna går ner ganska avsevärt. Och framförallt omgrupperingen är ju det som jag själv tycker är väldigt viktigt. Att från det vi har skjutit och motståndarna kanske lokaliserar var vi är. Då kan vi på ett väldigt effektivt och snabbt sätt ta oss från den platsen snabbare än vad vi kan göra idag med det dragna och få med oss all materiel.
Yeah, well said. It's nice for an officer mindset especially. It's easy to sort of move pieces around.
GRKPBV tillför ju inte bara förmåga för oss här på pansarbataljonen utan det är ett enormt tillskott för hela armén.
I och med att vi har högre skyddsnivå och en högre...
I love checking these out, man. Again, I wasn't like a mechanized or motorized infantry myself, but it's always like super impressive, especially like with like treaded vehicles. I guess, is that the right terminology? But to see what treads can actually do and the sort of terrain they can operate in, it's just like mind-blowing for me because I'm just picturing myself trying to walk through this sort of terrain And yeah, you know there's going to be like several twisted ankles, especially if it's at nighttime. With all the like terrain going like this and you only have like a monocular night vision, your depth perception's pretty crappy, so everything is just much slower and more methodical.
Vi har högre skyddsnivå och en högre rörlighet, så kan vi ju då röra oss med den indirekta elden längre fram, vilket ökar verkan för systemet. Det vill säga vi kan nå längre med våra granater.
This translation is pretty good. I want to see how big the actual
Under hösten
grenades are.
2016 påbörjade vi kontraktsförhandlingar och kom till kontrakt med leverantören BAE System Hägglunds den 23 december 2016. Redan under tidigt 2017 satte vi högsta fart i projektet och utvecklade en...
It's pretty crazy for me, like with BAE and Raytheon and General Dynamics, all these like big companies. It's crazy to see how much like influence or how much spread they actually have, because I guess they have like I don't know if it's a subsidiary, but they have like the local country specific versions of that, you know, organization in all these different areas. I think BAE was originally a British company, but I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, as long as I've been in the military, I've seen those sorts of manufacturers, and I see them come up all the time when we watch these kinds of videos. So it's kind of interesting.
Under huvuddelen av 17 och 18 så har vi gjort tester, prover och utformat vagnen som ska uppfylla Försvarsmaktens krav. I december 2018 påbörjade vi instruktörsutbildning, både vad gäller instruktörer och tekniker, för att kunna ta emot förserevagnarna som kom i januari 2019. De vagnarna sen använde vi för att förbereda värnpliktsutbildningen som drog igång i september 2019.
Concept getting it later on. Yeah, so this is kind of cool. This is very similar to how we sort of field equipment, is you'll have the actual company come out and sort of teach like unit personnel when they actually get the equipment. And then they sort of do like a train the trainer kind of thing. And they start leaving that responsibility for the maintenance and the actual training up to the people who are actually in the military. And they sort of hand it off like that. But yeah, it does take several years to actually go through all of that.
Sent december 2016 till utbildning av värnpliktiga september 2019. Det är en stor framgång.
Oh, that's it? Okay, it looks probably like a 100 millimeter or something.
Jag är ju här för att jag vill vara här liksom, jag vill jobba i Försvarsmakten i framtiden.
Or actually it's called the 90, so maybe it's a 90 millimeter, so I'm not sure. If you guys know, put it down in the comment section.
Och i synnerhet om man får göra värnplikten på ett system som är väldigt viktigt för Försvarsmakten, så känns det väldigt betydelsefullt.
Allting är väldigt lätt när man väl lär sig, så det är väldigt, man kan nästan göra allt i sömnen efter ett tag, för man lär sig hur det fungerar, hur allt hänger ihop och alla har sin uppgift.
Carries a lot,
vi har väldigt bra officerare som kan det de ska utbilda helt enkelt.
At least they make it easy to learn on.
Så påverkas egentligen inte pjäsen av klimatet, vilket gör att den blir väldigt driftsäker trots att det är väldigt kallt och ett växlande klimat. Med det dragna systemet så ställdes betydligt högre krav eftersom vi stod ute vid pjäsen att kunna bibehålla stridsvärdet. Här sitter besättningarna bekvämt i en
That's
vagn.
so cool, man. It's crazy how they go through this.
Fokusera på det de ska göra, det vill säga leverera granater på utsatt tid.
Systemet har en manuell omladdning.
What the heck? So I'm guessing it fires one at a time, but I didn't... That's kind of cool. It's like an auto-loader.
Granater på utsatt tid.
It just sounds
Systemet
really
har en manuell
badass.
omladdning. Det kan man givetvis fundera på varför vi inte har automatisk omladdning. Men jag ser det inte så. Vi har ett antal krav, vi hade tillgänglig tid och tillgänglig ekonomi. Tillsammans med Försvarsmakten och FMV och leverantören har vi gjort ett hårt arbete och tittat på vilken teknik som finns på marknaden. Och kommer fram till att vi har tagit fram ett enkelt, stabilt och robust system som uppfyller alla Försvarsmaktens krav. Både vad gäller eldhastighet och uthållighet. Så jag är nöjd med att vi har ett system som kan understödja soldater på ett enkelt och bra sätt.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like a pretty freaking sweet system.
Kontraktet omfattar 40 stycken vagnar till 5 stycken bataljoner på P4, I19 och P7. Vi har också option för att köpa ytterligare vagnar och nu är det beslutat i försvarsbeslutet att vi ska göra det. Så vi har påbörjat en dialog med leverantören BAE Systems Hägglunds för att anskaffa ytterligare vagnar. Slarvigt uttryckt skulle man kunna säga som att vi går från häst och vagn till en bil. Snabbhet, rörlighet och splitterskydd. Det här är GRKPBV 90.
That was kind of cool.
33 urban Victor.
Oh, nice. A demo? Let's see it.
48 90, 78 61.
What's that? That looks pretty cool too.
Hero!
Adam, Niklas, fyr. Klart slut.
Observation framåt. Dude, I like the sound it makes. Is that weird? Alright, I want to see the effects though. Nice, there we go. Yep, I love that sound. I'm sure it's not as cool on the receiving end, but... Well, I don't know what they're aiming for, but I think they missed. I don't know. Okay, cool. Alright, I gotta say, that was a cool video, and definitely a cool sort of vehicle. I gotta say, again, Swedish Armed Forces vehicles just look very well maintained, and they just have like this really cool futuristic look to them. I guess it's like the edges and how they sort of shape everything, but it looks like really freaking sweet. Now, of course, if you guys have any experience with this vehicle, let me know how it is. I imagine if you're like a mortarman, it's a lot nicer for you because you don't have to carry around all the crazy heavy stuff. I mean, I don't really know. As far as like our 81s and 120s, I don't really know how much they actually move or how much they're expected to move some of those components, if at all. But yeah, I would imagine from what I've seen, they usually transport them on a vehicle and then have to unload it and set it up as far as like the 120s. But for this, again, having its own self-contained system is really nice. And of course, I'm sure the troops absolutely appreciate it. And you can also integrate it a lot easier with the fire control systems, especially when you're trying to plot stuff and send it to like the fire direction controller or what have you. It's a lot easier when all those systems are integrated and you can just plot it into a computer and it's all, you know, sent up. But yeah, very cool. Let me know what you guys think, of course. I just think it looks really freaking sweet. We do have something similar to this. I think our Striker MCV, the mortar carrier vehicle, is probably the closest thing that I can think of. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure. That's more of a mortar. I'm not really sure what the difference is between like grenade launcher and mortar, if they're actually making that sort of distinction. But yeah, of course, if you guys know, let me know down below. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. That is it for this video. I'll see you all in the next one.